In the previous video, I did an overview comparison between a 2025 Gibson Les Paul 60s standard with the Burstbucker pickups and my Gibson Les Paul 50 standard gold top with P90 pickups. Now in this video, before I do the out of phase modification to the Les Paul neck Burstbucker, I'm going to compare the Burstbucker pickups with the classic 57s, because this was something that was at the back of my own mind when it came to deciding which Les Paul standard to purchase. Now once again, I'll be using my little Blackstar Studio 10 hybrid valve digital amplifier, so there's no extra processing involved, a simple setup so you can hear exactly what these pickups are sounding like. Hello viewer, my name's Stu, welcome to the channel and my guitar journey. Once again, my opinions are my own and I'm not being paid to mention any products here. Now I know this is boring to hear, however, if you do like the content, please do think about giving a thumbs up, subscribing, hit the bell for notifications and commenting below, and do share with others. So coming up, number one, the guitars in question, or specifically their pickup types. Number two, side by side tone test, clean and overdriven. Number three, likes and dislikes. And number four, conclusion, final remarks. So without further ado, number one. If you're looking for either of those models, I have done in-depth overviews on each, so do check those out if that interests you. So both of these guitars are Gibson USA made. The Les Paul Standard 60s is a solid body guitar fitted with 60s Burstbucker pickups, and the ES339 is a semi-acoustic guitar fitted with classic 57 and classic 57 plus humbuckers. Now both are based on the 1960s period, although the ES339 was actually introduced in 2007. It is, however, a smaller take on the famous ES335. Number two, side-by-side tone test. So I'll be playing through this small 10 watt Blackstar 6L6 Studio 10 combo amplifier, which is a hybrid digital valve amplifier. Now it's going to be mic'd up with a Sennheiser MD421 straight into a small mixer and into the video camera. Now just out of interest, before we begin, here is what they sound like acoustically. So not too many surprises there. Moving on, the amp is set for a partially clean sound with a tiny amount of valve edge of breakup tone. I have a little bit of reverb dialed in, and I'll strum and pick some chords and lead runs, starting with the Les Paul 60s Burstbuckers. Now the second test, I'm now going to add more overdrive on the amplifier so you can again hear the differences between these pickup types. Again, starting with the Les Paul 60s Burstbuckers. And finally, the third test, I'll engage an Ibanez tube screamer, starting with the Les Paul 60s burstbuckers. So number 3, likes, dislikes, pros and cons. Well, my likes, I like both guitars and they both have a place in my music projects. The tonal differences from the guitar designs along with the pickups lend themselves to different styles of music, but each guitar, regardless of those differences, give a full, thick tone. Now, I was previously contemplating changing out just one of the pickups in the ES339 with something just a bit hotter, just to give me that extra drive and sustain when needed for certain types of music projects. But now that I've purchased a Les Paul, the burstbuckers do that perfectly. And for those interested in regard to the ES339, it is a little bit larger than the Les Paul standard, smaller than an ES335, very comfortable for someone of my average build. It's certainly lighter at 6.8 pounds compared to the 9.2 pounds of the Les Paul standard. Dislikes. Well, I don't really have any dislikes. I just appreciate what each pickup and the guitar configuration can bring to the table. Perhaps one little niggle that does arise regarding electrics is scratchy toggle switches and scratchy control pots. But a tiny scoosh of electrical spray, such as this Deox IT D5, sorts that out. So all in all, I like both of these pickups. The classics do lend themselves to a more classic late 50s, early 60s rock and roll blues tone. Nice cleans, but with a good bit of crunch depending on how you dial in your settings. The pickups sound really nice with an overdrive pedal or an overdriven amplifier. The 60s burstbuckers are also very nice clean and have that distinctive, smooth, thick rock tone where you have a really big full sound. Again, so much is also determined by the settings on the guitar, the way you blend that middle position, and of course settings on amplifiers, pedals, etc. So that just leaves me with number 4, conclusion, final remarks. Well, as mentioned, when I bought the ES339 with the classic 57s, I was deliberately purchasing this semi-acoustic guitar for a mellow blues tone, but I did, however, wonder about changing out that bridge pickup for something a wee bit hotter so I could also cover a heavier rock tone. And then I purchased the Les Paul with the burstbuckers. So it's not a case of which pickups are the best, as they are clearly designed to achieve different tones, and which suits your taste, well, that's down to you. Certainly, it's one of the reasons why mixing up pickup types on any given guitar is a popular thing to do. So next up, I now hope to flip the neck pickup in the Les Paul standard to get that classic Peter Green out of phase tone. Do check out my channel playlists where you find many videos regarding my journey back to playing and recording guitar after a 40-year break. So lots of stuff on guitars, amplifiers, pedals, and my ongoing recording journey. And a big thank you to those who take time to comment or to chat. I always take time to engage with folks who take time to comment. So until next time, the journey continues. Take care.